Welcome to the Big Biz Show, featuring insight, analysis, and a lot of stuff that's none of your business.
Hold on. This is the Big Biz Show. I think it is their business.
Making the markets work for you. Here's the man with the plan, Sully.
Hey, it's another Big Biz. Live from the Loft 100 studios in sunny San Diego, California. Great to have you along. Sully here, Costa there.
Hello.
Our executive producer. It's not casual Friday. It's I slept in my car Thursday. Greg Todoroff, you're with us today. Great to see you, bud. And also the day trader Quattro. Love the Qua.
Yeah.
Give me something super slow and irrelevant. There you go. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? Hold on. Is it? Hold on.
That's right.
Okay.
Where's the
Yeah,
Ferrari?
Let's do dueling magnums. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Listen to Brian Jordan on the guitar.
Just killing it.
All right, B section. Wow. Oh, okay. Here, let me tell you the difference. First of all, fantastic job. What would implore you? Hey, you know what we should do? We should take a show that's 40 years old and play the theme music. What Three's Company wasn't available. How did you come up with doing that? Oh, I love it.
It was just fun. Fun time.
You should make them all wear the short shorts that Tom Selleck wore in Magnum PI one day.
Like the wide well cord OPs.
Yeah.
Right? And
that would blouse up a little too much, if you know. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have that performance stretch back then, did they? It's just cotton, and now I'm wearing a mini skirt for everyone to see. Oh my goodness! Hey, our good friend Troy Hazard, the author of Future Proofing Your Business and the Naked Entrepreneur. I met Troy, I want to say 15 years ago in our first attempt at television on another network. He came up from Australia, fresh out of several businesses, and he has created an unbelievable brand for himself with regard to one of the most sought-after keynote speakers in the country, as well as author. He hosted a number of shows here on BizTV, as well as he's been an entrepreneur continually. What, are you just retired now, Troy? I mean, what are you doing now? Is it back to just keynotes? Are you writing a book again? What's going on?
Well, COVID kind of put me into semi-retirement, and I'm kind of liking it there.
Yeah.
I was even as recent as this morning. I was saying to Dominique, my wife, I was just said, you know what? I'm really struggling to go back to what I used to do. And it's just because, I had time to think about it, and so I'm enjoying it.
Well, see, but truth to be told, though, Troy would work a solid 7 months, 3 weeks out of the year before he, took the last half of the year off. And you don't work that much anyway, man. I've known you for a long time. Just saying. Hey, listen, let's talk about COVID, because to continue on our topic we've been handling for a number of weeks now with you, the world is open for business, or so it seems. And what's interesting is I read an article about a COVID outbreak recently. Mm-hmm. It's like people don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's like the flu right now, right? So long story short, back in 2009, small businesses all over the world were saying, I'm glad that's behind us, but has anybody done anything to kind of step ahead now? So talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think what's happened over the years is, we're supposed to be intelligent people, but we forget. We forget that we've been through this whole film once before, through 2008 with the global financial crisis, 2001 with the tech wreck, 97 with the Asian financial crisis. It goes right back to the Depression. And as these cycles come through, we need to prepare for them. So the key thing right now is, what have we learned from the last couple of years? Yeah. What are a couple of the things we should probably be focusing on to shift that plan up for the future?
So I hear about leadership coaches all the time and sort of an esoteric model to, as you think about yourself as a CEO to motivate your employees. Really, all we're trying to do is bring more money in the door, right? How do you take that leadership plan and turn it into dollars?
Well, a lot of that's changed as well, because we've got these phrases as leaders that have lost their equity. We're all in this together. I got your back. I'm looking after you. I'm here for you. And really, it was every man for himself over the last couple of years. And so to try and get that empathetic connection back, just change up the way you engage. And for me, the simplicity of that was just changing a simple sentence from asking people how they're going or how they're doing to asking them how they're feeling. Because if I can understand how they're feeling, then I've got a better chance of working out how they're going. Yeah, because their state of mind's still got an impact on their future and the way they see the world moving forward.
I'm not an empathetic leader.
Yes, you are. Hey, Troy,
Yeah.
let's say I have a company that makes men's girdles, and I survived COVID. And now I'm starting to tell my girdle makers, hey, I need you to come back to work. I need you to come back to the office. Am I slitting my own throat, or other business starting to tell people, vacation's over, get back in the cube?
Yeah, there's a mixed feeling about that at the moment, I think. Some employers are saying, no, it's okay, you can still stay home and do what you need to do there and come in on a part-time basis or as it suits. And other employers are saying, no, get back to the office. That's where you're most productive and you're most efficient and effective. So the business plans need adjustment to accommodate some of those individuals and their needs. But at exactly the same time, we have to apply it to what we've learned in the last few years to know that we are prepared for the next time this happens somewhere down the road.
So, but that's a slippery slope because, well, think about it. The next time there is an inkling of a head fake of some sort of pandemic or something, I mean, like that. I think that's going to be how leaders are shown, because how you react to that. I mean, you're going to see some people close down their business immediately on a head fake of a pandemic or a financial crisis, and other people are going to be strategic about it. That's the key, right? You got to prepare for that now.
Well, you do. You have to have three different plans, essentially. We've got a good, better, best plan in our business. Good is what our stretch is for the year. Better is getting through with maybe a few unusual things happening throughout the year that might make that hurdle a little bit higher. And then there's total Oppenheimer moment, where there's doom and disaster. That you know this is going to hurt. You know this is going to be painful. And you make that decision. Am I going to push on it, or am I just going to call it quits and pack it in?
So when you talk about a business plan, is there also a personal plan in place? Talk about the employee side, because as Mike said it so eloquently, time to get back in the cube. Well, what if you're not ready to get back in the cube? My God,
well, I think there's a shift for everybody. We've all had a lot of time on our hands to think about our futures, and so I've got a little personal thing I go through, and it's just simply, what should I stop doing that doesn't serve me anymore? What should I start doing that I think I'd like to be engaged in moving forward to help me know what I want to be when I grow up? And what should I continue doing that still serves me well and still is part of that momentum that I need in my life to make sure that I am moving forward and not standing still? But if we don't take that moment to reflect personally, it's really hard to create a business plan that sits below that and some goals for the future that you know you can achieve.
You know, that business plan, like you taught me many years ago, Troy, and I'm not kidding when I say this, it's a living document. It's a moving thing. You do a business plan in November of every year for your next year, and then you revisit that as early as January, February. Talk about the importance of understanding the living business plan versus just writing a plan and then trying to stick to 30% of it.
Well, like we've just seen, things change in a heartbeat. And if you're not prepared to know what you need to do as a business leader and owner, then that's when you get paralyzed by the sheer fear of not knowing what's next. So for us, we review that every week. Every week, I'll just go through the top line stuff that I wanted to get done this week and make sure I'm still on track. Then every month, we'll do a preview of last month and what's coming up next month. And then every quarter, we'll tear it apart. Which part of the strategy needs to fight its way back into that document? Because if it's not got a place or space anymore, then it should probably go, and we'll replace it with something that will serve us well for our future.
You know, I keep on thinking that when we talk about planning for future business, you're thinking in terms of we're definitely getting this done this year, and all of a sudden that thing falls down every single time. It's the one thing you don't get done. It's almost like you have to think about doing feared thing first at some point, right? I mean, do you get to a point in your business plan where like, okay, we put this task off 4 quarters now. Is it time? Is it a fish or cut bait moment, right?
Yeah, we're not getting there. It's never going to happen. Let's stop beating our head against the wall and look for things we can achieve that still give us a decent result, but maybe a different result. I agree. And I have a simple rule. Every day I write down the things I can influence, the things I can't influence, and the things I have influenced and should stop thinking about. And that just reminds me that I am still looking to achieve these goals, but if something gets in the way and it becomes an insurmountable task, take it off my desk anyway and move on with some things I can achieve.
That was a kill it or cure it. Troy, what's next for you for the rest of the year? What do you got? I know you stopped working in about 3 weeks here to take So what's up next for you? Are you still speaking on a regular basis, or are you putting the hand out on that with respect to requests?
Yeah, so we're still got a lot of speaking engagements coming up. That's ticking along in the background as people start coming back to events. My big focus for the future is to do more board positions, to spend more time at a higher level and get engaged with businesses from an equity perspective or from some other sort of incentive perspective where I can help them navigate the next time they're going to see what they've just seen.
Well, boy, next time you get out here, we got to get you in the studio. We miss you, man. Troy Hazard. Love your work, and Annie, by the way. Teddy Warbucks, or was it Lost? I can't remember. All right, future-proofing your business, the naked entrepreneur that Rusty Nails described as a naked man on a skateboard with gas. Just take a look at he's been a business partner of mine for a long time.
What's the name of the guy from Annie?
Daddy Warbucks.
Daddy Warbucks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love your work in Annie, man.
Yeah.
You know what he gets for speaking fee? He gets 50 grand every time he speaks. I'm gonna do 4 of those this year. And I'm done. All right, more videos coming up. Stand by.